Live from Indianapolis, Indiana, welcome to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show, presented by Scott K. Nichols and State Farm Insurance. And now, here's your hosts, Brandon Reef and Jonathan Birdsong.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crossroads Sports Weekend Update. I'm your host, Brandon Reef. I got JB next to me. Jay, how are you?
Doing all right, man. You know, hey, it's Indiana, so you got to deal with the seasons when they strike. So 2 days ago, I know we had snow on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, by humbug already. You know what I'm saying? But like today, man, you know, it's back to, you know, a little breeze, still overcast, but you know, we're dealing with it. But you know, no snow on the ground and a little bit warm. You know,
absolutely. It's Thanksgiving week too, so
yeah, Thanksgiving week coming in, but we got rain and snow coming in for that. So prepare, Indiana.
For sure. Well, we want to, John. We had to dive in because just saving this until Wednesday we couldn't do, especially with the craziness of college football last night that we did see and what I woke up to today when I woke up. But first off, I want to talk real quick. Indiana, Ohio State. Man, Buckeyes prove why they are where they are. I had them as my national champ when we did our preseason picks, which I still have the sheet here, everybody, that myself, Tanner, and John, me and John both had Ohio State over Georgia, and Tanner had Georgia over Oregon. But Ohio State put a thumping on the Hoosiers. People have I still think I use it in the college football playoff. I do. I don't think it's going to hurt them that bad, especially they're going to stomp ass on Purdue next week.
It's not looking good for Purdue. I foresee 40, 50 points. I even jokingly said 60. But with the way how things are, you know what I'm saying, and you need, not necessarily they need a signature win, but they need to kind of go out, you know what I'm saying, on top and make sure, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to have no 24. Like, they don't want no mercy killers on a rival.
No.
All that. But like, no, man, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to say glaze over the fact that Ohio State won the game. Ohio State, it wasn't that IU wasn't prepared for the game. It's just the Ohio State got better playmakers. They do. I said this, you know what I'm saying, on the show, episode number 325, man. Ohio State just has a different level of playmaker. And like, it's like, man, it's kind of like automatic. When the coach goes in, he said, all right, man, you seen what IU can do. You know what I'm saying? We took their best shot, which you know what I'm saying? Everybody should have been impressed, man. I've been preaching it, man, like IU. But in order for an IU football team such as this, which is not necessarily deep layered with, you know what I'm saying, that secondary level of talent and that switch, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where you can go get a guy like these the receivers, they just tell them, hey man, go make a play. And they go make a play. They tell the, you know what I'm saying, somebody on defense go make a play. And they excuse me, they make a play. They make a play. They made IU uncomfortable. IU hasn't looked that uncomfortable all year. And I know somebody's probably said, well, who do they play? They still play. Don't disrespect. This is where we go. This is where the rubber meets the road, y'all. I get IU ain't played nobody, but everybody they played is Division I. So don't disrespect the platform. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here's Division I. They ain't playing NAI at schools, y'all. Okay? But I get it. Ohio State though they made IU look mortal. They made IU look like, hey man, we taking that away. Special teams, they have fumbles. IU never experienced any of this, not even against Michigan. You know, so to that level anyway. You know what I'm saying? So IU, you know what I'm saying? It's something they got to work on. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put a bold nap on the season. It ain't like, just think about this, y'all. Just think about this, Brandon. Let's not lose our minds this year on Ohio State, man, because the Grecian on my homie is still a little, you know what I'm saying? You got to get to the championship game, little brother.
Yep.
And he got a rivalry game, but like when they played Nebraska, it didn't necessarily look pretty when Ohio State played Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? As we saw yesterday in the SEC, man, it's kind of all about matchups, man. That's what this college football. And I know my homie from the recorder, man, Danny Bridges, man. He, you know what I'm saying? He's me and him kind of going
came
back.
At you.
Came at me, man. You know, how could you come at me, man? Come on, but like, came at me, but like, you know what I'm saying? We're not in the BCS level of football play anymore. And because of NIL teams, the spread out, and the Buckeyes have pulled talent from LSU and pulled talent from Alabama. and that, you know what I'm saying, the SEC has pulled teams over here and the Big Ten's pulled, so it's the landscape's a little different these days now. You know what I'm saying? So a team like Notre Dame, you know what I'm saying, if they had to draw that last year, they would automatically give them Alabama, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, close in the Mason-Dixon line, right? You know what I'm saying? This year, what if Notre Dame plays IU?
Right now, that's the projection.
You know what I'm saying? What
It's not the official Tuesday projection, but that is projected coming out.
And y'all know from East Side, if you really, you know what I'm saying, watch college football like me and Brandon watch, you know what I'm saying, and kind of report about, you know, IU probably feel like they can beat Notre Dame. I know damn real Notre Dame feels like they can beat IU. You know what I'm saying? Based on that matchup and what both those teams kind of do, you know what I'm saying, good or bad. So like, no, man, this year, it does still feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's a big, the homie from Clemson, he says the Big Ten invitation, Big Ten SEC, I'm saying, coach.
I mean, he's not wrong.
but you know what I'm saying, you know, Penn State's got a great defense. Frank Franklin's issue is that can they get, you know what I'm saying, a team to score points. But like, man, as far as like what the top 10, you know what I'm saying, Crossword Sports is that we just turned in and what the AP, so I think we're dead. I think we're dead set. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of teams though, Brandon. I am concerned about the Big 12.
Why are you concerned?
Because they get an automatic bid because they are they get automatic bids because they're a champion because of a conference, quote unquote. But there's a lot of teams on the outside that feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Who cares? If I'm the Big 12, I don't give a shit. We get our one team in, we're good.
But you know, the power team, the power conferences is Big 12 right now who have say. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of look like that, man. But Brandon, this has been, you know what? I know last year I was like poo-poo the play. I was that guy. Poo-poo the playoffs. I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying, AP and the coaches poll. Let's have the more controversy. Let's have 2 national championships, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the craziness that we used to have back in the day. But like now in the playoffs, I'm all on board, man. Teams, I'm not saying Boise State got a legit chance, but if they pull a lesser quote unquote Big Ten or SEC team, they might, Austin Jenny might go crazy. They might have a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? Not against Ohio State, you know what I'm saying, for sure, not because they'll key in on that and take everything away. Georgia key in and take everything, but some of these other teams that they have a less.
Yeah, don't look now. Georgia's back.
He might get, but like no, man, this playoffs, man, I kind of like the format for sure. I'm bought in.
Good. Georgia's back. The older brother is back on the block. They've been guaranteed to the SEC championship no matter what. They will play the SEC title game against the winner of next week's game between Texas and Texas A&M. A&M, who suffered a brutal 4 overtime loss on Saturday night.
Yeah, I wish Tanner was here, man, because he could probably give us either 2 of us a little bit more of a balanced opinion on Georgia, man. I don't know about Georgia. Kirby Smart, you know what I'm saying? Some days, some weeks he has, you know what I'm saying, the heads of his team, and they look like, you know what I'm saying, they could beat, they should be the national championship. They should win the national championship. He has the best team. Better than Ohio State. Better than Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Better than Texas. We know this. It's proven. You know what I'm saying? But like he got these peculiar losses. You know what I'm saying? Because this team ain't engaged as they should. If he has, you know what I'm saying, Brandon, what's your faith in Georgia? I know you said your pick is Ohio State. It is my pick too. You know what I'm saying? But that is because both our faces in Georgia is kind of shaky. It is. My faith in Georgia is shaky.
Mine is too, but I mean, here's my thing. Their big thing is just get to the SEC championship, which I know it's a crazy SEC road, especially with Bama losing to Oklahoma, which welcome Oklahoma, salute to the SEC.
Crimea River, Argentina.
They saved their coach, as you said. They have saved their coach 1 year.
They saved their homie's job
because
they was coming for Oklahoma. Probably not this year, next year for sure. There was a big time moment for Oklahoma football, especially when everybody from Crossroads Sports and shoot, everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, ESPN, Twitter, all that had written off Oklahoma.
Yeah. Another scary one was Penn State surviving Minnesota. James Franklin could have hurt themselves a little bit there if if they didn't. I mean, if Ohio State wins, it's Ohio State and Oregon, and then I think we could see them a third time in the college football playoff. As I told you, I thought Oregon is 1 year ahead of where they would be. I had them next year. So I'm impressed with what they've done right now. But yeah, Penn State had their shot. Almost blew it against Minnesota. Let me ask you this, man. Colorado, Shador Sanders pushing a referee. You get a little bit of an attitude. Once the chips are stacked against you, you know,
Get unraveled.
They get unraveled, and they're not mentally stable, and it kind of shows some true colors.
Listen, man, Brandon Reef will tell you because it made me look like a damn fool. I was the only one said Kansas was going to be competing for, you know what I'm saying, Big 12 championship. And now they're kind of helping decide it, but not in the way that I thought that they would be winning. Devin Neal, I think he missed a couple games this year, so he doesn't necessarily have the rec shot. This is his last year at Kansas. He's Mr. Kansas running back. If you don't know him, I mean, I don't know if necessarily we're gonna see him on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? He runs very dynamically. He runs behind blockers awesomely, and then it's hard to catch him in the open field. But Devin Neal went ham on them yesterday. It was like 1 touchdown. It wasn't 2 touchdowns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He went for 3 and probably could have went for more, but you know, the defense really got exposed. So, you know, I know the big homie, what's it, from newspaper Tampa Bay. He's a defensive coordinator for Kansas, man. They got a lot of questions. They're not out of it though, but they need a lot of help though, Brandon. They need people to lose in order for them to.
Yeah, they need Arizona State, they need Iowa State, and they need BYU.
All to lose.
And I don't know what's going to happen. I hate to say it, but I don't think we're going to see that.
I do like Arizona State's quarterback. I was on him a couple weeks ago, man.
Yeah. Hey, college football's got a problem, an underlying problem that we don't know about.
No, that I know about it. I mean, you got time?
It's not. You're not thinking what I'm thinking.
Oh, it ain't deep state stuff.
No, deep state will shut us down on here. We got a field storming problem, and it's not just the normal field storming, John. It's we storming fields with time left on the clock still.
No, you can't do that, y'all.
We've had like 3 or 4 now this year. 2 yesterday. One of them, they tore down the damn goalpost, and there was still time left.
Man, there
was an Arizona State kid hiding in the blue medical tent of BYU.
Yeah, it got wild. It got
it's nuts.
He was wanting to fight the security. I'm like, man, why you want to fight them Mormons? I ain't trying to, nothing, man. Like, you people be out there, dude.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? He was ready to slug on.
Oh yeah.
In Arizona State,
all about it.
But no, man.
We got a problem.
College is crazy.
Wait till it hits zeros, everybody. Damn, just wait.
They need to stop serving beer.
Florida. I was all over Billy Napier's ass. You were on his ass to be fired.
I didn't want to rub it in your ear.
They've turned it around the last 3 weeks, John. They've played spoiler, and now Napier's obviously earned himself another year. The AD believed in him, and they knocked off Lane Kiffin and basically knocked them out of the college football playoff.
Man, I know we've had a love-hate relationship with Lane Kiffin this year. Seemingly because they had their preseason schedule. You know what I'm saying? People can talk about our Indiana schedule. Man, don't talk about Ole Miss.
Uh-oh.
But when Ole Miss jumped into conference play, they show improved, right? And they played Giant Killers their damn self this year. But they also got snapped. You know what I'm saying? As in, they got snapped last night. So we felt like they had over the last couple of weeks. I said it, man. Now I feel like damn fool that they had fixed their defense, and then they got into a Titanic. Like you didn't really. I don't think Lane, he under expected what offensively, you know what I'm saying, that Florida could do.
Right.
And got us up into a tight game. And Jackson Dart did not have the best game. Jackson Dart and Jaden Milrose, man, like they better take their name out the draft.
Uh-oh.
They better take their name out after last year.
Listen, I saw a mock draft already that had Milroe at 29 to the Steelers.
I mean, Brandon, that technically wouldn't be like. So listen, that's like a stash and copy. Like, but like, don't like, man. He probably was thinking last year.
What happened yesterday? I had no chance to see that game.
Fumbles, interceptions.
Okay.
D-Cop probably would not be calling the show. But,
I mean, Roll Tide Willie was upset. If you didn't see his video, he's ready to get D-Bor out of Tuscaloosa. He said
Oklahoma's defense outscored Oklahoma's offense.
that never happens. That's what they brought Brent Venables in for Oklahoma, was to improve their defense. But what he's done is improve their defense and shoddy offense.
Yeah, he don't know he don't know about quarterback play to save his life. So that's something they kind of got addressed. You know what I'm saying, in the offseason. So
we got about 10 minutes left tonight, John. So we just want to do a quick half-hour show and got the new equipment going, the new intro. It probably sounds a hell of a lot clearer than what it was on the old system.
Yeah, I don't have too much to crash out about with college football. Like I said, it's very, very exciting. You know what I'm saying, to cover. Just because, like, you know what I'm saying, all the favorites. Like, what did I go, 2 for 7?
It was rough for you. You had your first bad week.
Yeah, I was due for a bad week, and Colorado lost on me. Ball State, unfortunately, lost on me. Indiana didn't cover.
From 3 foolish men, I put you right in that category.
The deep state.
We even got it on here now, man. We got the sound clips. I'm moving them over.
Yeah, so it wasn't necessarily a good week, man.
No.
College football.
NFL wise, Colts, Lions.
You sure?
The Colts were close, but they felt like the entire game, I thought that they were just getting their asses handed to them, which they were. The defense had no run game stop. Yep. Anthony Richardson played horrific again, which is no shocker there.
That's not gonna get it done, dude.
They got slapped. And Scott K. Nichols, our sponsor, shout out to him and them Lions getting that dub.
It probably was a little bit of a mercy killing, wasn't it, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pierce had 1 catch. I think Pittman had a lot of catch. He had like 6 or whatever, but like everybody else was kind of a dud offensively, man. You got a good sack or 2 from the defense. I think Latu had a sack. But other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't just leave your defense out there and not try to score points. You get 2 field goals, so you got up and down the field, but you know what I'm saying, you pissed down your leg. You couldn't get no kind of connectivity again. Anthony Richardson still much a project.
That was a clinic.
Yeah,
pretty much expected.
Right. Clinic. So Anthony Richardson still much of the project. If you think the Colts they should be thinking about looking at a quarterback next year again in the draft. There you go.
Zaire Franklin, Kenny Moore, Latu, Julian Blackman. You guys realize you can't arm tackle. You can't arm tackle David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Those boys just beasted and routed you out there on that football field. Looked like little kids out there. Arm tackles ain't going to do it, John. And that's what I saw on the replays was the Colts trying to do stupid arm tackles, and it cost them. Well, and you can't do that with that team. And hey, by the way, it sounds like I'm going to wipe a tear. You can see a little fake tear right here. The Colts players are a little upset with the comments from Pat McAfee being a little too hard on them on that defense side. John, we're sad as Colts fans. We're Colts players sad. We're getting criticized. You deserve to be criticized, Zaire Franklin. Kenny Moore, Colts defense, Shane Steichen, you deserve to be criticized.
Are you ready to talk
Tell
about
me when I'm speaking a lie.
Are you ready to talk
about what?
Are you ready to talk about the snowball?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He said, yes, I'm ready. Hey, man, I didn't think we was going to get a snowball game this year, man. I know a couple years ago we had the Air Force. Air Force had that great snowball game, you know what I'm saying? But the snowball game showed up on the pro ranks, and Jameis Winston, man, I like every now and then, lightning catches in a bottle, man. He has one of these, and he still didn't necessarily have a clean game. Hell, I thought he had an interception. You know what I'm saying? But
and a fumble.
Yeah, a fumble. But he caught the Pittsburgh Steelers in the daggone. The weather probably does affect players. We know this, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't expecting it. Even if you hear it's coming in, you got on gloves, man. But caught the Steelers off guard, man. What was your thoughts of it?
I thought early we did not come out to play quick enough. And we've had that kind of early in the season where we didn't come out quick enough to play. Fourth downs, we went for them a couple, didn't get them. Strange play calling that we did, especially shotgun, and you need to be in 4th and 1, and you need to be up underneath the center. Defensively, I thought we played pretty well for the most part on the defense. A couple things, Boswell missed a couple field goals that would have won the game as well. But the biggest key, John, and I don't understand it, and I'll send a questionnaire into the NFL because I don't know what the hell, nobody knows what the rule is.
Come and go down.
Jameis Winston threw the ball as a throwaway inside the tackles. By rule, that is intentional grounding. I don't give it's intentional grounding, John. I don't give a damn if an offensive line touches or not. Because if that's the rule, then guess how we're going to always get out of intentional groundings is to have your lineman intentionally hit it because you don't lose it down. So that's half of it. The second half, Mike Tomlin picked the wrong way. And I think he was confused by it, which in the post-game press conference, he said, well, we thought it was intentional ground. Well, so did I. So he said, well, let's just go stood them back 5 yards and they'll get a stop and then kick. 4th and 2, I think they still would have gone for it regardless in that situation. But what is the rule? Because if it's intentional grounding, you got to be outside the pocket. If it's not, then guess what? Every quarterback for every game here on out should do an intentional grounding and throw it and let their offensive lineman hit it and have illegal touching. You should always do that then. So I a little bit on the NFL, a little bit on Mike Tomlin. These things happen. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, 2-7, 2-8 on Thursday Night Football in the division. It happens. They were due for a slip up, John. They've had five game winning streak. Slip up. It is what it is. They take on the Bengals here next week.
Yeah. Other than I don't know if you want to talk any more football, man. Especially with officiating. I really haven't had any issues with the NFL officiating overall this year. NBA officiating, you can just wipe your nose with it. You said you're lucky. I said nose. I have not been happy with NBA officiating at all. They're allowing.
Pacers won tonight.
That was a good win, but they're allowing way too much travel, and they're allowing a whole lot of palming, and been a lot of chatter. I know we were short for time. Been a lot of chatter about adding teams as well, and then conference shifting. Not conference, but like playoffs, so that there's no more East and West. Like, do you want me to not watch it? That's what I'm asking. Do you want me to not watch the NBA at all?
They just want to go 16 teams straight up.
Yeah, it's already damn near. It's already damn near highlight culture. You know what I'm saying?
We already have the cup. We don't need to mess up the end of season.
Yeah, like, what I'm saying? Tell me, like, I look at it a little bit deeper before you talking about changing up all this. What is the plan with some of these teams? What is the Brooklyn Nets plan? Like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? You allowing like your system. I'm now talking to David Stern. They're probably going to see now we're going to get in trouble. That's when you start to glitch. But what is like? How can an NBA commissioner and ownership that's allowing this? How can you let that happen in Philadelphia? You know what I'm saying? That is
John, that's bad.
That's a travesty. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the snitch in the locker room? Is that Paul George? Is he snitching?
Oh, who leaked that out to the media? You know what? Oh man, Brandon. You know what? You know it ain't bro. You know it ain't Tyrese Maxey. You know what I'm saying? That man, because they've grown to deal with Joel Embiid's. You know what I'm saying? Who is the outsider that just came in? That would be Paul George. Who's more media savvy than anybody? That would be Paul George. Who's always making sure they always don't look bad when they leave town, enter town.
Paul George.
Paul George. You know, hey man, Paul George.
If it's not him, it's his camp.
Paul George always come back to Indiana to me. That's between y'all. That ain't me. I like Paul.
Hey, I was happy to see a $250 million guy today score 21 points, 5 threes, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Because what it's been, I don't know if his girlfriend decided to start dating somebody else or what's going on, man. But Tyrese has not been Tyrese this year, and
they got some good center play from
Moses
Brown. I know Jaleel Okafor, they flew back in. You know what I'm saying? I like when guys can, like that. We know from college and whatnot, or been around the league, get a secondary chance because the NBA doesn't necessarily have a role for them. They not necessarily be floor stretchers, but those guys are strong in the paint, and the Pacers need basically. I'm not saying basically need a body, but they need somebody to play the position that hell. Pacers can't get no worse than rebounding, so you know what I'm saying. Give Moses Brown and Jaleel Okafor a chance. But no, great win tonight. That's the best version, like you said, man. That's the best version of Tyrese Halliburton you'll get when he is like playing like a Mr. Kevin Johnson kind of role and slicing up. Not necessarily having 30 and 40 a night, but like 20 points a night, 8 assists. He's always gonna get assists. That's one thing that he's kind of loopy and crazy and kooky about. But like he has to be more aggressive and he has to be more consistent and put more pressure on himself and being an effective scorer. TJ McConnell can't outplay you, bro. TJ
exactly. Crossroads Sports show Wednesday night. Probably about an hour or so Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. We'll just get you a little sampler, little appetizer section, little shrimp cocktail on the side. Cranberry sauce. Oh yeah, I'm already hungry already. I've already had one Thanksgiving yesterday. I'm gonna have another 2 on Thursday. So looking forward to it.
Devil eggs down the list.
Devil eggs for you. Okay. Sweet potato casserole for me.
Please.
We'll watch the games tonight. We'll be on the conversation, continue on Facebook, on Twitter, on X, on Instagram. We'll continue those conversations. Enjoy the games. We've got college basketball tournaments. Feast week has started. So,
Cooper Cup.
By the way,
Cooper Cup, stay in school, kid. I'm saying, please.
I took Dookies over Arizona money line, and they put a beat down on them. So, Tanner was pretty quiet after that. But Feast week has started. We got Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. We've got Pacers on home stretch this week. A lot of sports going on, and we'll catch you guys all up on Wednesday and prepare you for Thanksgiving's games as well as next week. And so we'll see you guys here on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Same spot we're at now. Take care.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes